Do you have your theory test coming up and you want to pass first time? Or maybe you're on your way to do your theory test and you need just a quick top up? Well, this is a video for you. We're going to go through the official DVSA's questions and answers, the exact questions that you're going to get in your theory test. Go through it. We're going to go through the question and answers together. So they're going to be together, that way you can't forget the answers. As I said, they're the exact questions, so if you're on your way to do your theory test, watch the whole video together with your answers. Guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe with FM Driving School. It makes a big difference to our channel. Click the button in the right hand corner of your screen and go to our site fmdrivingschool.co.uk for all the latest info on how to pass your theory test and your driving test.
What does this curved arrow road marking mean? Heavy vehicles should take the next road on the left to avoid a weight limit. The road ahead bends to the left. Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. The road ahead has a camber to the left.
In this picture, the road marking shows that overtaking drivers or riders need to return to the left. These markings show the direction drivers must pass hatch markings or solid double white lines. They're also used to show the route that high vehicles should take under a low arched bridge.
What does this curved arrow road marking mean? Overtaking traffic should move back to the left. What should you do when you move off from behind a parked car? Give a signal after moving off. Look around before moving off. Look around after moving off. Use the exterior mirrors only.
Before moving off, you should use both the interior and exterior mirrors to check that the road is clear. Look around to check the blind spots and, if necessary, give a signal to warn other road users of your intentions. Also look well ahead, as you'll have to steer out into the road to pass the parked car.
What should you do when you move off from behind a parked car? Look around before moving off. You're approaching a red light at a puffin crossing. Pedestrians are on the crossing. When will the red light change? When you start to edge forward onto the crossing. When the pedestrians have cleared the crossing. When the pedestrians push the button on the far side of the crossing. When a driver from the opposite direction reaches the crossing.
A sensor will automatically detect that the pedestrians have reached a safe position. Don't drive on until the green light shows and it's safe for you to do so.
You're approaching a red light at a puffin crossing. Pedestrians are on the crossing. When will the red light change? When the pedestrians have cleared the crossing. You wish to turn right ahead. Why should you take up the correct position in good time? To allow other drivers to pull out in front of you. To give a better view into the road that you're joining. To help other road users know what you intend to do. To allow drivers to pass you on the right.
If you wish to turn right into a side road, take up your position in good time. Move to the center of the road when it's safe to do so. This will allow vehicles to pass you on the left. Early planning will show other traffic what you intend to do.
You wish to turn right ahead. Why should you take up the correct position in good time? To help other road users know what you intend to do. Why is it dangerous to travel too close to the vehicle ahead? Your engine will overheat. Your mirrors will need adjusting. Your view of the road ahead will be restricted. Your sat-nav will be confused.
Tailgating is the term used when a driver or rider follows the vehicle in front too closely. It's dangerous because it restricts your view of the road ahead and leaves no safety margin if the vehicle in front needs to slow down or stop suddenly. Tailgating is often the underlying cause of rear-end collisions or multiple pileups.
Why is it dangerous to travel too close to the vehicle ahead? Your view of the road ahead will be restricted. Which instrument panel warning light would show that headlights are on main beam?
You should be aware of all the warning lights and visual aids on the vehicle you're driving. If you're driving a vehicle for the first time, you should familiarize yourself with all the controls, warning lights and visual aids before you set off.
Which instrument panel warning light would show that headlights are on main beam? You're carrying an 11-year-old child on the front seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches, tall. What seat belt security must be in place? They must use an adult seat belt. They must be able to fasten their own seat belt. They must use a suitable child restraint. They must be able to see clearly out of the front window.
As the driver, it's your responsibility to make sure that children are secure and safe in your vehicle. Make yourself familiar with the rules. When children are carried on the back seat, there are a few very exceptional cases when an adult seat belt can be used instead of a correct child restraint.
You're carrying an 11-year-old child on the front seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches, tall. What seat belt security must be in place? They must use a suitable child restraint. What should you do when you leave your car unattended for a few minutes? Leave the engine running. Switch the engine off but leave the key in. Lock it and remove the key. Park near a traffic warden.
Always switch off the engine, remove the key and lock your car, even if you're only leaving it for a few minutes.
What should you do when you leave your car unattended for a few minutes? Lock it and remove the key. What part of the car does the law require you to keep in good condition? The gearbox, the transmission, the door locks, the seat belts.
Unless exempt, you and your passengers must wear a seatbelt, or suitable child restraint. The seatbelts in your car must be in good condition and working properly. They'll be checked during its MOT test.
What part of the car does the law require you to keep in good condition? The seat belts. What should you do if your anti-lock brakes, ABS, warning light stays on? Check the brake fluid level. Check the foot brake free play. Check that the parking brake is released. Have the brakes checked immediately.
Consult the vehicle handbook or a garage before driving the vehicle any further. Only drive to a garage if it's safe to do so. If you aren't sure, get expert help.
What should you do if your anti-lock brakes, ABS, warning light stays on? Have the brakes checked immediately. How should you dispose of a used vehicle battery? Bury it in your garden. Put it in the dustbin. Take it to a local authority disposal site. Leave it on wasteland.
Batteries contain acid, which is hazardous, and they must be disposed of safely. This means taking them to an appropriate disposal site.
How should you dispose of a used vehicle battery? Take it to a local authority disposal site. You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? A 2-second time gap, 1 car length, 2 meters, 6 feet 6 inches, 2 car lengths.
One way of checking there's a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front is to use the 2-second rule. To check for a 2-second time gap, choose a stationary object ahead, such as a bridge or road sign. When the car in front passes the object, say only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. If you reach the object before you finish saying the phrase, you're too close and need to increase the gap.
You're driving on an open road in dry weather. What distance should you keep from the vehicle in front? A 2-second time gap. How should you use anti-lock brakes when you need to stop in an emergency? Keep pumping the foot brake to prevent skidding. Brake normally but grip the steering wheel tightly. Brake promptly and firmly until you've stopped. Apply the parking brake to reduce the stopping distance.
If you have ABS and need to stop in an emergency, keep your foot firmly on the brake pedal until the vehicle has stopped. When the ABS operates, you may hear a grating sound and feel vibration through the brake pedal. This is normal and you should maintain pressure on the brake pedal until the vehicle stops.
How should you use anti-lock brakes when you need to stop in an emergency? Brake promptly and firmly until you've stopped. What's the main benefit of driving a four-wheel drive vehicle? Improved grip on the road, lower fuel consumption, shorter stopping distances, improved passenger comfort.
By driving all four wheels, the vehicle has maximum grip on the road. This grip is especially helpful when traveling on slippery or uneven surfaces. However, having four-wheel drive doesn't replace the skills you need to drive safely.
What's the main benefit of driving a four-wheel drive vehicle? Improved grip on the road. You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating? A vehicle overtaking you, mud on the road getting narrower, pedestrians walking towards you.
Pedestrians walking on a road with no pavement should walk against the direction of the traffic. You can't see around this bend, and if pedestrians are in the road you need to be able to deal with the situation safely. Always keep this in mind and give yourself time to react if a hazard does appear.
You're driving towards this left-hand bend. What danger should you be anticipating? Pedestrians walking towards you. You've been involved in an argument that's made you feel angry. What should you do before starting your journey?
That's the end of part 1. Go to our channel FM Driving School, like, share and subscribe, and go check out part 2.